Hello everybody, this is Jackie from Watercolor Gypsy Art and Wellness, and this is the part 2 of Sennelier oil pastel unboxing. So if you didn't see the first video, we did an unboxing of the 120 oil pastel set I got for like $166 last Christmas. It's 2020, I got it in 2019 and I waited until I was ready to film a review. Because I wanted to, I really wanted to film a review with this, but I didn't feel filming a review of just the jumbos without the smaller ones was right. I just wanted to do both. So if you haven't seen that video, we also have a part 2 of a tutorial at the end of this. So if you're just interested in the unboxing and seeing them, and if you're wondering about buying them, but you can't rationalize the price, wait until Jerry's Artorama has a sale or Blick has a sale and get the set. I actually ordered these by accident. So I was debating on ordering the small ones, the regular size ones, which look like this. The full set for a while, for the entire time it was on sale, and the day before the sale ended, I ordered what I thought was the small one, and then I looked at my order and I realized I ordered the jumbo ones, and I was going to send these back and replace them with the smaller ones. And when I called Jerry's Artorama, since it was already shipped out, they said, listen, we'll pay for you to ship it back. If you place your order for your smaller ones, yes, we'll still honor that sale price. And they were kind enough to honor that sale price because of my mistake, which they didn't have to. But I ended up rationalizing keeping both because like, how can you give up art supplies? Come on. Okay, anyway, let's get to it. So this box is a little darker. In the last video I mentioned, it's very sturdy, it's good wood, it's beautiful. There is a complete color chart. Of course, there are less colors in this because the pastels are much larger. If you didn't see the last video, I went through the history of why these were made. These were made for Pablo Picasso to use as like a drawing medium where he can draw kind of like oil paints on any surface, glass, plastic, wood. So these go on everything. One con I forgot to mention in the other video is that they don't really dry. They'll set, but they don't really dry. You'd have to seal them with something. If you put them in a frame, make sure that that the painting itself isn't going to stick to the glass. You might need a spacer or a sealant on it. So anyway, here's the box. It's slightly darker than the other one. The other one looks like this. So it's just darker wood, so you can, I guess, see which one you have if you have both like me. There's this beautiful insert, which we're going to take off so I can show you the inside. So I don't need to take it off all the way yet. So like the last one, there is a pamphlet explaining why these were made, all the history, how to use them. It's recommended somewhere, I read on the first one, that you should be using it on at least 80-pound paper. This, I don't know, this one feels a little thinner than the last one. Maybe because these are a little sturdier. But look at these. So these are the jumbos. And I searched YouTube everywhere for a review of these, and I couldn't find one. That's why I waited a year. You get one giant white. Like, look at how big that is compared to the little ones. And for like $166, that is a steal. It is, I feel like I stole these. So because of the price, that's why I kept them. You get everything from a light yellow, You get oranges, you get a few reds, 2 pinks, warmer blues, cooler blues. This has to be Prussian blue. Pigment 29. What is pigment 29? This is ultramarine blue, but this has to be Prussian blue. Yeah, Prussian blue. You get a nice assortment of greens. You get a teal, you get yellow ochre, and a wonderful assortment of earth tones. You get 2 grays, a green gray, a light gray, black. I wonder if you get 2 blacks. Oh, this might be. Sorry guys, it takes me a while to find the name because they're in different spots. Noir black and Mars black. Let's see the difference of those. I'm gonna do this off camera, or maybe you can't see me do this. So on the bottom is the Mars black. On the top is the other black. All right, so one black is just, I didn't increase pressure. This one black is just more black than the other. So if I blend those out, let me see. So one black, the Mars black is just a little bit more transparent and less strong than the Noir black. Whoa. So Mars black, Noir black. So that's why they give you 2 blacks. They give you 2 ways to use black. So that's very helpful. So we're going to do the background. So we're going to need some Prussian blue. We're going to need a little bit of a lighter blue. Maybe we're going to use phthalo blue. And for this in-between color, I don't want like a cobalt. I want to stay in the family. Why can't I never find the names? Some of them, the names are on the bottom, and some of them, the names are on the top. Azure blue. Okay, I don't know what that means, but this is what we're doing. This is the 3 we're going with for the background. And then I kept the small pastels out. This is what we're working on. We did a moon in the small pastels. We're going to do the sky now. Sorry guys, I'm doing 2 videos back to back. I'm a little like, what's going on? So let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to show you how I have some cloud outlines already. So I'm just going to take my small white, which did break, and I'm going to just go around the edges of my clouds so I can see them. Let's zoom back in. I need things to be center. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just outlining, and if it's a small cloud, I'm filling it in. So just so I know where my clouds are, I can see them, they'll blend and stick out a little bit with the blues that I'm putting down. So I'm going to start with the darkest blue on the edges because the moon is lighting. So I'm going to put some, oh, that is a beautiful blue. I'm going to put some of this on the edge, just going right in with the pastel. Like, just because it's a sky doesn't mean it needs to be perfect or needs to be smooth. I'm going to add just a touch on the bottom. And you can see where I have my white, that it is, this Prussian blue, is blending with that white. So these are just as creamy and just as wonderful to use as the small ones. They're just bigger to use on bigger canvases. And this is a 6x6. So, You can use it on smaller canvases too. So I'm going in now with my phthalo. And I'm going in with little circles. So I'm just placing color in really. Ooh, I went over a cloud. It's okay. And then for the final color, I'm going to just put a little bit. And you can see how this is blending here. Here where I'm mixing the color, it's blending right on the canvas. So I may not even need to blend much with my finger. I might be able to blend just with the pastels themselves, which would be like phenomenal. So I'm going to try to do that with the sky. I'm sure I'll use my finger sometimes. Ooh, I'm off camera again. Sorry. So I have this light blue. Maybe I'll have to add the clouds back in. And then I'm going in with this white because I want that halo of the moon. I want that light of the moon to show. And here's where I'm going to kind of blend with my finger to keep that halo feeling going. And again, I'm going to grab my Perfect Circle tool. And I'm going to come back in with just my white. And just keep outlining that moon, even if I have to bring grays back in, even if I have to redo it, I'm just going to keep outlining that moon so I keep my circle. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to blend with my Prussian blue. So I'm just blending with my pastels here, guys. And I'm pressing, I'm using a decent amount of pressure. To blend with these pastels. Because I want the Prussian blue to be dark. And I might go in there with my finger a little bit. So before I go in there with my finger, I'm going to wipe off any excess white I have. And I'm just going to blend, and when I blend, I can really see the edges of the clouds. And I'm not, with the background, I'm not being too stingy about seeing any of the texture of the canvas like I was with the moon. Oh, they blend so beautifully. It's kind of crazy how well they blend. So I'm moving around the canvas. That cloud doesn't need to be there, so bye-bye. And it is, I have to admit, doing this on a panel, it's kind of hard to hold it and blend at the same time because it is a little sticky, they're soft, they want to move. You can't really put your hands anywhere on it, so. Oh, sorry guys, that was an easel, which you'll see me review shortly, that I have under my table that just fell. It was leaning up against the cabinets I have. So here I'm just gonna lightly blend. Really blend out just a little. And if I feel like one finger isn't, like this finger is dirty, so I'll either wipe it off or just use another finger to get that nice glowing blend that I'm looking for. And even if my moon doesn't come out as a perfect circle, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I don't really know how this painting is going to come out. I've never done this painting before. You're seeing firsthand, again, like my process of just how I go for it. Okay, I'm getting pretty happy with the sky and how this is coming out. So I think I might be like done with the sky. And like these little parts of clouds that I've left, I'm going to start working on those. So I'm done with my giant pastels. Look how quickly I got that done just by using my fingers to blend and my oil pastels to blend themselves. One thing I need to mention is that it's really good to use a barrier cream. This is called Gloves in a Bottle. This is a barrier cream that protects pigments and such from going into your hands. Now, these are not dangerous pigments, but still, it's good to either use gloves or to protect yourself in any way. Like when I use Gamsol, I have the windows open. I try to close the container in between the dips, which can get really annoying, but I do it anyway. So now let's go into these clouds. I'm going to use my blue gray to give them some shadow. And just kind of blend them. Now I want them to be whiter, but they're going to pick up what's around them, see? So I might not even have to use my gray that much. I might just be able to tap around. Because clouds are very irregular. They don't need to be perfect. Now, since this one's a little big, I do want some gray in there just to give it a little bit of dimension. Oops. See, that's the bad part about using your finger. But look, you can just blend it right back out because it's so smooth. And I'm just being careful not to dip my white straight into the blue. I wanted this cloud to kind of go behind the moon a little, so I'm just going to give it some more emphasis. Maybe use my finger to stretch that white out a little. It might not work the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. We just keep going. See, now this pastel is getting really sticky and hard to hold. So that's a con, is you can go through them quickly if you use them in pastel style. The jumbo ones, I don't think you're going through quickly, but they did give me 3 whites, and like look at my hands. They're pretty covered in white. And I'm just, like I said, tap, 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 tap. Just tapping around here. And the blue is working as my shadow, so I'm really not using a lot of gray. So as I'm doing this, I'm getting my sky a little bit messy. So I'm gonna go back into my sky with my finger. I'm not gonna add any more pigment. I'm just gonna go back into my sky with my finger. Okay, I'm pretty happy with those clouds. Those clouds look fine to me. So now I'm gonna go back in with my finger and just kind of clean up where the white got, where I didn't want it. And the good thing about using my finger is that it's a little bit not controlled, so it keeps my clouds really irregular. Am I still on the, yeah, sorry guys, I'm really new to filming, so bear with me as I get better at keep staying in the camera and zooming in and zooming out and doing all that. You know, I have no qualms about being a new YouTuber and admitting that, like, I don't know everything about what I'm doing. I'm an artist. I want to share things. I want to do reviews, and I want to share things that I wanted when I was first starting. Because when you're first starting out, it's so confusing. There's all these brands, there's all this stuff. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're buying, and I'm here to kind of help you with that. So soon I will be offering online courses on my website, which is in the works. So I will release that when it's ready, but I won't stop doing my YouTube videos. I like sharing. All right, I think that's done. Now, I said in it, maybe in this video or in the other video, if you put this in a frame, because these really don't set. They're not like oil paints. Oil paints set eventually and dry. These don't. I'm gonna give you a close up. You see the texture I have? And that was a very easy little painting. Just tap, 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 rub, 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 clean your hands off. And then there we go. So here's the unboxing and tutorial. If you want to know the history of oil pastels and Sennelier and why they were made for Pablo Picasso, please see the first video where we did the moon with the little pastels. And I hope you enjoyed this review and tutorial, and I will see you guys soon. Ciao for now.